Good evening, race fans. Welcome back to the Jackocar Kia Series. We're here live at Singapore for round 16, the final round of the playoffs, the penultimate round of the championship, before we head to the Super Speedway in France for the Championship 5. I'm your commentator, Peter Island. We're back live in the Speed HQ with Yuri and Sully. Gareth may be joining, maybe not, but we know he is racing. We're on board with Ben Harrett, as always, for the first lap of qualifying to set the benchmark for the rest of the drivers on the grid before we head to 31 laps to find out who our Championship 5 protagonists are. Ben Harrett already through to the C5. We're just waiting for the final 4 spots for next week's race at the Super Speedway. How are we feeling, gents?
Excellent.
Like I need to poo.
So happy to be here.
Yes, very happy from Sully. He leads the chase at the moment, 4 points ahead of Michael and KK. So all he needs to do is finish no more than 4 positions behind, as long as Michael doesn't gain any fastest lap stage points or pole position. Sully will be heading to the Championship 5 to defend his title and be the first ever Jackocar driver to do so if he manages to make it and be successful. Yuri, however, has managed to get himself a quali ban for blowing up Michael Okeke. Our first time on the board, target to beat a 1:28.3 from Ben Harrett. So Yuri will be starting towards the back. Michael Okeke with a quali ban as well, and so is Mike Kelterborn, as Gareth now joins us live at the Speed HQ. He's racing once again just because he doesn't want to do any commentary.
Basically that.
And he can't talk very loud because it's the little one, but yeah. But yeah, up
Good
next,
evening,
Dan Price. Yeah,
Little
welcome,
one,
Gareth.
that's what he calls his penis.
That's what the
How did
missus-
you know? God damn it.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Gareth.
Hello everyone. I hope you're all well here for a dry race around Singapore, which is a bit of a shame.
Yeah,
Mixed
it's a bit
conditions around here always opens it up a little bit more.
He does indeed.
But, of course, no Yuri, no Mike in qualifying due to them losing the ability to drive in the race last week, where Yuri tried to plead his case that he hadn't swiped Michael off the track, but if anyone has watched it in the Discord will realise that Yuri basically drove like Max Verstappen for that.
Well, I'm just happy I swiped left
On a man.
on a man.
Oh, a very close time there from Florian. Only 2.5 tenths off Ben's benchmark. 28.5 from Florian, looking to make his Championship 5 debut, I believe.
9.
9?
Pretty sure he made it last season. Florian.
No, I weren't paying. I
Dan
weren't
both got
watching,
in
so
last season.
weren't watching, so it don't matter to me.
Ah,
Yes,
don't blame
yes,
me.
they
So's
did.
my-
Because,
so's my
the
commitment.
tier had proper commentators.
Oh, really?
So I'm now trying to find out what the setup is.
Probably 50-50 wings. So we got a full lap of Jacko. Missing out last week. He is on a must-win scenario to make it to the Championship 5. 2 drivers already through. We know Ben Harrett is already Championship 5 bound. Dan Price, winning last week, is Championship 5 bound at Silverstone. Yuri, 19 points clear of the drop. Pretty much just needs a point or a couple of
17.
points. No, 19 according to the standings, Yuri.
Just checking if you were up to speed.
I am literally got it on my phone.
Nice one, dude. See, you're getting better at this. Just a shame it's only 2 races left.
I know. I'm well prepared this time, even though I only got
Yeah,
in 10
this
minutes,
time.
10 minutes ago. But yeah, 19 points ahead of the drop. Then it's Florian, 7 points ahead of Mike Kelterborn. And as I mentioned, Jacko is on a must-win. So we'll see what he can do in qualifying. Hasn't always had the best qualifying this season, but with 3 of the Championship 5 protagonists being banned for dirty driving, it wouldn't be the Kia Series without it. See if he can get himself up the field and in a position to probably knock Florian out of the running. What can he set in qualifying? Up to the line, it's going to be in the 29s just. Slowest time on the board, 29.9. 1.6 seconds off the pace. I'm not sure he'll be very happy with that, but we'll see what he does in the race. Harry Collier next, dropping out in the round of 8 in his purple car. See what he can do. He's just playing for fun now, but keeping the numbers higher than they should. Well, they could have been. They could have had 12 drivers if it wasn't 13 drivers if it wasn't for Gareth joining in. We were expecting 16, but we know Jamie Griffiths, and I believe we're missing another one. You can tell we're coming to the end of the Kia series as drivers just seriously can't be bothered.
Yeah, Jamie Numbers has got something to answer for, seeing as he's just not bothered to turn up for the last 2 races without saying anything.
You hand
that's
him
great.
you hand him the chances of winning races on a silver platter, and this is how he thanks you, Gareth.
Genuinely, I'm very surprised with Jamie's attendance and also pace this season in the Kia series. Like,
He was my main rival in the chase, you know. So now I've got to worry about the madman that is Michael O'Keke. So thanks, Jamie.
Jacko's being a bit naughty here, giving Harry a nice tow down the new configurated Sector 3.
Is it really a tow when the straight's not that long?
This is
Yes.
a tow.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
But you should know. You did it in.
Is it an effective tow? Monaco, yes, I know.
Well, it puts him with a
I'm sure
29.0
we'll be ever
onto
grateful
the
for that.
second row of the grid. Bazza making his return back.
I need a wee and a poo.
Oh, do you now? Fantastic. And is, I believe, a very Christmassy styled livery as we're headed into December. Bit of red, green, and white. Knocked out in
I mean, I'd imagine it's Wales rather than Christmas, but
B, but I'm gonna go Christmas. I'm gonna go Christmas because we don't identify anyone from Wales, do we? Go.
well, no, they are usually cunts.
Yeah. Not
Apart
the
from
strongest. Yeah, not the strongest qualifier is Bazza, but he's still here racing with 2 races to go. Knocked out in the round of 10, the first couple of races of the playoffs. What can he put a time on the board of? A 29.8, faster than Jacko. Slots himself on the 3rd row of the grid. Who is first? Well, Michael's invalidated his outlap, so promising for him.
Got a quali ban anyway.
Oh yeah, of course he has. So we'll
Lead
get a whole lap.
commentator, ladies and gentlemen.
Professional as
work
always.
experience that's currently been promoted as the lead commentator. Just decided
Hey,
to drive instead.
Take me back to, what was it, season
Work
1?
experience.
Season 1.
No,
2,
two indeed.
two?
Thank you, Gareth.
you
What?
and Risky season 2.
Was it? Oh, boring.
Yeah, don't
You did an
ask Gareth
excellent
because
job.
he knows it was his only season in Cup, and you talked rubbish over him.
You did. You're the reason why I didn't win in Belgium.
Oh, was I?
She snitched on me for
Should have
jumping
restarted in a
half
proper
a grid
location.
slot early.
I think that was because
Gareth gone early. Yori can get the win here.
No, Yuri can't because he got a time penalty.
Jacko believes he's winning tonight. All confidence in the
Tell him
cockpit for
about
Jacko.
the turn after the bridge. That right-hander. That barrier
It's-
still has Jacko's hopes lies here written all over it.
Yeah, where he binned it, didn't he? With
One
Yeah,
of the
last
greatest
literally.
moments in the Kia series over the last few seasons.
Pretty much, yeah.
But hopefully there's no glitching barriers that we had in season 1 of the Cup
I hope they
series.
are.
That caused absolute
Fucking
chaos,
funny.
that invisible barrier. So we'll see what Sullivan can do. We're into the chase drivers now, leading the chase by 4 points ahead of Michael Okeke, who's clawed his way up towards fighting for that final championship fire position through the chase. All Sully has to do is keep it out of the barriers. He's very low on ERS as he comes to the end of his lap. Going to burn everything he's got to the end. Can he snatch pole position away? He's looking pretty good. And it is pole position with a 28-1. And he says that me talking would have distracted him. And here he is in pole position.
Not the cleanest of laps, but it's about 10 laps worth of practice of a lap, so I'll take it.
More than Gareth's done, so if Gareth takes pole position, then he's just pulled your trousers down.
That's alright. If Gareth takes pole position, he will not make turn 2.
Up next is Jess, having been very far off the top of the chase standings. She now only sits 8 points behind Sully, after Sully missed last week's Silverstone race. Can she make herself into the Championship 5? She's got to beat Michael by 4 positions, beat Sully by 8. If she wins, who knows? This is Jackocar, and she will see herself through the Championship 5. Via the chase yet again, I believe. I was expecting confirmation from, or disagreement from Gareth there, because he knows everything about the Kia series. Round the final corner.
Gareth was just coming out of the box, so he was just looking to make sure he hadn't fucked anything up. But
No,
feel free to repeat the statement, and I'll give you some confirmation.
it would be another Championship 5 appearance for Jess if she makes it through the chase.
Yes, it would be. It would be her second after winning the chase last season, I believe.
So she would have gone back. She'd be back-to-back chase champions, but she's got a bit of work to do. Sully and Michael.
I hope she does.
No Jamie Griffiths, final contender. Final contender in the chase. Jake Warrior, he's got to win. He's got to get a pole position. He's got to win all the stages and get fastest lap. He won't be getting pole position. With the slowest time on the board with a 1:30.3 from Jake. So I believe that puts him well out of contention because Sully is currently in pole position if he holds it.
Right, the only reason
25 points ahead of...
I came back here to look at this is to notice that Garrett is my teammate, so let's go.
I was wondering who the ugly coloured bronze and black livery was.
Wow, bronze because I'm third in the standings.
So Gareth has been spending his pit coins that EA reluctantly decided to give on
a
the
livery.
Only the free ones.
On a livery that doesn't really showcase any of Garrett's actual emotions when doing anything for this series.
That's true. I put on... No, it's me putting on a happy face.
As he's about to start his lap. Gareth, take us for a lap.
Down to turn 1. No idea where the braking zone is because, of course, this is my first time doing a timed lap around here for what feels like quite a few months. A little bit of oversteer on exit, trying to get on the power too early, but underneath the bridge now, finding the right turning point to strain up the car. DRS wide open very early on. A little bit of push to pass up the back straight, and quite a heavy braking zone here. Flicking down through the gears, run out wide, you can straddle the curb here. It's very tight right-hand apex now, taking it all the way down to second gear. Really trying to open up the engine, trying to carry as much speed through the corners as you go now through over to the old Singapore Sling, when it used to be a much better part of the circuit. Over to the Anderson Bridge. This is a bit that you'll find people actually get quite wrong quite frequently. Of course, you had Felipe Massa doing one of the best saves of all time here, and I go into the wall. As unfortunately, that was actually quite a good lap apart from that, so just a little bit too much of
Hello,
squirt.
Austin. Is that you?
Yeah, I was about to say. About to do a 1,000,000 turn in an F1 car that doesn't seem to want to flick spin, but...
I was going to say as well that it looked to be quite a decent lap, but I thought I fucked it over here, but he just nailed it.
Yeah, annoyingly, that was actually quite a good first and second sector, I think. So, oh well, starting from the back, but what that does mean is I've got some good pace to fight with, which is basically what I'm here for. I'm here to make up the numbers, not to win races, apart from, of course, I won in Australia because you're all shit.
Gareth at his best. Final driver to set a lap time. Scott. See what he can do.
Just out of curiosity, Pete, is that within the 107% mark?
Oh, definitely not. But it's Gareth Hall. He makes up the rules in the Gear
It's
series.
my
And
tier.
as Scott nearly does exactly what Gareth does out of the same corner, but manages to catch it, just shows he's a better driver then. Now into the final sector as he invalidates on exit of the second DRS straight. And Scott will be starting P13 towards the back. So Gareth, you'll be starting inside the top 10 with that 1 minute 50.
Yeah. Yeah. With,
Don't sound too happy about it.
I mean, I'd rather be. I say I'd rather be at the back. I said that for the Las Vegas race in the Cup Series and immediately got shafted by Jess and Barry crashing into each other.
Is there a point for pole?
Yes,
So now I am 5 points clear.
you are. With okay, it's
Cool.
basically
Just checking.
with Michael starting at the very back and you starting at the very front, Sully. It's all in your hands for 31
Yeah,
laps.
come lap 31. It'll
But
definitely not be
you've
in
got
my hands.
Ben Harrett alongside you, and he'll be Team OKK for the chase. So expect him to get his elbows out. And we know you're a
we've both
massive,
got two
big fan
elbows.
of Ben Harrett.
If anyone wants to know how my in lap has gone with
Oh,
no
we're
front
right
wing,
above you now.
I've just gone purple in the second sector.
As he enters the pits. Yeah, you would have done at least a sub 140, so you'd have been 10 seconds faster than the lap time you
41
have set.
flat.
Yeah, but he did go in the pits.
I did a 36.8. Gareth, it lied to you. Sorry, just pointing that out. 2 poles from the 2 races I've been in, I'll take. I think.
2 fastest tier, get him out.
Pete 11th. First car on fresh tires.
My name's not Ben Spur.
So that's the end of qualifying. Sully gains a valuable point here for his chase campaign to see himself to Championship 5. He's in pole position. Alongside him will be Ben Harrett. On the second row, we've got Florian and Harry. Third row will be Dan and Bazza. On the fourth row, Jacko looking for a win. Must-win scenario for him to see himself to Championship 5. Alongside him will be Jess. Jake and Gareth line up row 5. There will be 4 drivers that didn't set a time. 3 of them having a qualify van will be Yuri, Mike, Scott, and Michael Okeke at the back.
Opens up the race a little bit. Of course, you've got Yuri, Mike, myself coming from towards the back. I mean, of course, Scott there as well, but I'm pretty sure he's made that his home for the majority of the season.
Yeah.
So we load in. Clear skies here in Marina Bay. Strategy call for everyone. It's probably going to be 2 sets of mediums and a set of softs.
Yeah.
However, I'm sure I'll be corrected and we'll see others trying to go for 2 softs and a medium. Wouldn't trust the softs around Singapore though.
No,
Seeing as though we all have to pit on 27, the stage is 26, Gareth, just in case you weren't aware.
I had no idea, so thank you for that.
I was just about to
It's a very
say,
late one.
stages for you are lap 10 and lap 26. So will Sully opt for mediums or hards to try and clinch that extra point just to make it a little bit easier for him to see himself to the Championship 5. End of lap 27, when everyone will be expected to make their second mandatory stop. Expect everyone to be going for soft tyres. There will be only 4 laps to go for a sprint to the end of the race. I expect a medium, hard, soft run, or maybe even 2 sets of hards if that's the strategy call you decide to select, or maybe even 2 sets of mediums. But I expect 90% of the drivers to be starting on the mediums. Anyone else will probably be on the hards. I don't expect anyone to be risking it for their first stint on the softs. In before Gareth Hall decides to say, fuck you, Pete, and I'm starting on the softs.
No, even I'm not that stupid. I do like to be competitive in races.
Me in Abu Dhabi last not, like, I didn't start on them, but I thought they could go a hell of a lot longer than they did.
Yeah, I don't think on the F1 game, I mean, much in real life, to be fair, you can't really trust the soft tyres to perform in any way like they should do. But I imagine the majority of the field will go medium, hard, soft. If not medium, medium, soft will be the more aggressive strategy, but the much riskier strategy.
Right, we're live for the formation lap. Let's have a quick look at tyres. Sully going for the hards. Everyone else is on the medium. So Sully taking
Hope
a
you
little
don't get
bit.
wing damage.
Yeah, well, from the front, let's hope he doesn't. But he's going to have to keep an eye out the drivers behind. It's going to take a couple of laps before those hards become better than the mediums. But he is opting to try and stretch this all the way to the end of lap 10 to clinch
It's a bold
the stage
strategy.
point. According to the possible
See if
race
it pays
strategies powered by AWS, it says soft, medium, medium for the two-stop. You must be having a laugh if you think that's a possible strategy. Medium hards, if there was anyone looking at a one-stop, no one will be. There are no jokers. Thank goodness for that. I wouldn't have expected anyone to choose Singapore as a joker anyway, just because of how terrible tyre wear is. We'll be lucky to see if anyone manages to stretch it all the way to lap 27 with any tyre life left on their second set of tyres, to be honest. I know the hards are a pretty strong tyre at every track, but we'll be able to have to see and check in on Sully's progress on the hards to see how everyone else will fare for their second stint.
Of course, Sullivan's biggest issue is getting off the line on those hard tyres, so he's going to have to do a lot of weaving because, of course, Ben Harrett has the benefit of the softer compound. Off the start will have more grip and is actually on the grippier line. Of course, that's almost certainly not programmed into the game, but that is the case, is that P2 tends to usually have the grippier line. Yeah, we'll see what Sully can do on those hard tyres. He might have to get his elbows out a little bit. Of course, he is trying to defend his way into the chase. And Ben Harrett, well, he's already in the C5. And I imagine he is here tonight to facilitate a Michael OKK points haul. So that will be the interesting call tonight. How aggressive does Ben Harrett go in aid of his friend who will be starting a little bit further down the field, as in rock bottom of it.
Yes, indeed. Ben Harrett will have the inside into turn 1, so expect Ben to probably outbrake himself and force Sully off the track. As Scott, the only driver who doesn't know how to park his car.
Good, you're right. If
Was
you're
you here?
even here.
Imagine if you were
I am.
here.
I'm
We're
just,
ready for the
struggling
5
with it.
red lights for the penultimate time in the Kia series. It's boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing. And a fantastic start from Ben Harrett. He's going to have the line towards turn 1 with ease. He's going to have Florian challenging Sully as Sully decides to make up his own lines through turn 2. As we went through turn 3 now, Gareth already up 2 positions from P10 to P8. With a fantastic launch from himself as he still continues to go side by side with, I believe, trying to get by Jacko up ahead.
Mr.
He
Rickett.
is, yeah, side by side with him. No DRS activated. You've got to get to the end of lap 1. But Gareth to the inside will have P7 in the bag at this current stage. Lap 1 of 31. Long way to go as Jacko tries to hang it around his outside. Gareth giving him the racing room. Jacko will be given the inside for the next complex corners. Can Jacko manage to keep it up the inside? But he's now got to defend from Yuri behind in a very disgusting coloured car. Probably the colour of the shit he just probably had about 5 minutes ago. But from the lead, we've got Ben, Sully, still holding on to P2 at the moment. Florian in third, single file through the middle sector. It'll be Dan, Bazza, then Gareth, Jacko, Yuri up to 9th, then it's Jake, Michael already up 2 positions up to 12th, Scott down at the back, and Jess in 13th. No safety car at the moment. I'm going to hold my breath on that because we'll probably get one. Hopefully we don't, but this is the Kia series after all. We managed to get pretty far in Silverstone last week as DRS is now activated. 3 DRS zones for overtaking opportunities down the start finish straight on the run down to essentially turn. Do we cast turn 5 as a kink? Still turn 5 into turns to make hard breaker zone.
I don't know what your kinks are, mate. No one knows.
Not
Turns
corners.
apparently.
But Sully just managing to stay within DRS at the moment. If he can do that while the hard tyres get up to temperature, come into their own, and the mediums start to wear off, he'll be a strong favourite for this race. But everyone at the moment is managing to stay in a nice little DRS train.
Yeah, it's getting into the rhythm. Early stages of this one, of course, everyone be wanting to just get to the first stage. Baz a little bit loose there, going through the Singapore sling, and manages to recover it. It's on to the Anderson Bridge, of course, where famously they had radio issues back in, I think it was 2010 or something like that, when the underground would interfere with the radios. They thought it was the static electricity from storms. It was actually the transportation system around the city. No such issues with that. Unfortunately, we can still hear Pete.
Yes, unlucky for some.
Hey, that's the RB13.
But Bazanau has dropped out of DRS. So has Sully as Ben Howard sets fastest lap 1:31.5. He's flying at the moment. Broken the DRS away from Sully, who's now got a train of 3 cars behind him, as Florian decides to make his own lines through turn 2. But here's an opportunity for Gareth right on the back of Bazza. He's not going to get the benefit of DRS on the run down towards turn 6. Can Sully defend from Florian? We'll see into towards turn 6. And Sully holds position. Let's have a look at back. Gareth to the inside. And gets the position, runs a little bit deep, and Bazza does a little bit of a switchback, gets the position back. Good attempt from Gareth, but Bazza goes extremely deep into turn 7, gives Gareth an opportunity for the outside into turn 8, and just has better traction. And you're always going to try and follow him through. Gareth will have the inside, there's contact! Gareth's in the wall. To be fair to you, Gareth, you did squeeze him.
Well, I don't think there was any chance of him going around the outside.
No, listen. If this is Buzz's fault, then Silverstone is Michael's fault.
There is just no way that's my fault.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you have to put him in the fucking wall.
I didn't put him in the wall.
You did?
There was no way he was going around
That
the
doesn't
outside
mean
there.
he was still there, mate.
He wasn't still there.
He was. Well, otherwise he wouldn't be in the wall.
The difference
Gareth,
is
if you have any issues, you can watch the stream back, and you've got a perfect point of view of what happened. Yuri being the benefactor of that collision. Bazza picks up the first time penalty of the race, 3 seconds for him. But Yuri being promoted up to P6. He's now got 3.5 seconds to chase down Dan, as Jacko now gets up the inside of Bazza into turn 1. He's now making moves because he's got to get towards the front if he wants to see himself into the Championship 5 for the final time in the Kia Series. Gareth, all the way at the back, is now into the box. First mandatory pit stop, change of front wing, hard tyres for Gareth. He's going to take these a very long way and probably hoping for a safety car. Yellow flag sector 2 for Harry Collier. He is around, and I don't think that's going to bring out a safety car. Yeah, I think he's just ran a little bit deep into turn 6 and probably lost the back end and ended up probably not in the wall. As Dan is now back in the lobby. I didn't even know he'd left.
Yeah, he left literally 30 seconds ago, so he's not lost too much, I don't think.
No, Yuri's managed to gain up about 7/10 before the rejoin, and Dan's lost a heap of time to the lead 3 cars. Florian, though, still all over the back of Sully. But I think these hard tyres are starting to come in. The gap's closing down between the front 2. It's going to be creeping under a second, as it does just now. Sully now is going to be getting the benefit of DRS down the main, well, not really the main straight, the start-finish straight. The main straight would be the one down towards turn 6. Don't really see many overtaking opportunities into turn 1. It's not really long enough.
That's what she said.
Jacko just really did that, like a minute and a half ago.
Yeah, but this is Bazza, who has front wing damage from a dirty speed driver, as Gareth likes to call him.
Fun fact, last time I raced around Singapore with Gareth, he punted me into the wall under the bridge.
If I can remember that correctly, it was completely warranted.
Probably, but you still did it.
Right, can Mike get by Bazza? Down the inside, late braking from Mike. Just about gets it stopped. Gets the position ahead of Bazza into turn 6. Michael tried to follow him through, but I believe he's picked up himself some wing damage as Michael. Let's have a look, see if his left end plate is still on the car. No, it is not. So Michael with wing damage. Not really a track you want to be having wing damage. You just need all the downforce you can get But Bazza seems to be struggling a lot. Will Michael go for a late lunge? He does not. Sitting back at the moment. Long way to go. Thinking about getting himself through to the Championship 5. Doesn't want to be making any silly moves. As Sully now takes the lead side by side between himself and Ben Howard as they run through the final corner. Sully has the outside. Is there a collision? The camera angle was awful as they ran through the final corner. But Ben Howard losing momentum is going to get overtaken up the inside by Florian. He gets the position up to P2. Ben Howard losing 2 positions in the space of about 3 or 4 corners.
Yeah, a little bit scruffy from myself. I sort of had him broke a little bit too early, so let off the brakes. By the time I let off the brakes, he was still there, so we sort of got glued together. I couldn't turn in anymore, and he was just a passenger in that one. So all fair in love and war. This is Jackocar after all.
It is indeed, and he managed to defend into turn 6. I was expecting you to get mugged by the pair of them, with them both having DRS. Probably with a little bit of battery to help defend. Sully, you hold on to the lead. Now you've got to keep this position all the way to the end of lap 10 to get that bonus playoff point. So Yuri now has made a position up to P4, got by Dan. I assume with the benefit of DRS.
Absolutely.
He's now got a hunt to do. He's got to chase the front 3. 7.5 seconds from Yuri. Is that wing damage from yourself or just the loss of a back end?
Just back end lost.
Yeah, you're going to lose the position as Ben makes an audacious lunge up the inside into the final sector.
Yeah, that's never going to work.
A little bit of momentum lost there from Ben Howard with that lunge. Sully now, you just got to keep it nice and clean. Your tyres are going to start coming into their own compared to the mediums. I expect these mediums to start going off in the next 2 laps, and that's where the hard tyres will be the better tyre. Michael Okeke has already made his first pit stop as well. Wing change for him. As we know, Singapore has an extremely long pit lane, about 28 to 30 second window without a wing change. So if you make an early pit stop, the undercut's going to be powerful, but you're going to have to make it work all the way to the second stage. Gareth's going to be on his lonesome at the back. He's going to be paying for a safety car if he wants to get back into the fight.
Even with I've got orange sidepod and yellow floor damage, I can't even make up time on Scott at the moment. So
shit driver.
I think a safety car maybe on like lap 28 would be nice. Because apart from that, there's not much happening here. It's I'm basically having a Perez test session.
Yeah, let's just hope you don't get lapped in that process. Michael is in the pits again. This time he gets a wing change. So I assume they didn't decide to change it. As we know with Codemasters, if you don't put the MFD on yes for a wing change when you've only got minor damage, you will not get your wing change. So Michael in for a fresh set of mediums. He's now at the back. Not looking good for the chase driver. Sully sits pretty in P2. He's just holding back at the moment. Whether he makes the move on lap 10 to steal that bonus point. A couple of position changes as Dan Price has gone into the pits. Jacko at P5, promoted Mike to P6, Jake to P7. I'm surprised Bazza hasn't decided to box. Speak of the devil, he's now in the box himself. Let's have a look. I expect hard tyres for everyone in the box now. Hards for Dan. Safety car.
I'd go for the move on Florian then as well.
And with you guys' pace up front, you'd managed to pull a tasty gap to Ben. It was over the 1 second window for DRS.
Everybody's going to box here for hards. I'm screwed.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah, because you ain't got 2 sets of hards. That's the only problem. You could go mediums and then just try and pull away from the rest of the pack. Hope for another safety car before the end of lap.
Regardless
27.
of what I do, I'm out of position.
Yeah, might as well fight for it.
You're looking good at the moment. Your 2 championship rivals are sitting P11 and P14 at the moment. So anything can happen. It's not all over just yet. 23 laps to go.
Just didn't want that then.
This is going to benefit Dan, Jess, Bazza, who made their pit stops on the green flag running, as Ben looks like he's trying to race you to the pits. Flowing in, Sully staying
I
out.
hope my teammate's not in the pits.
I think you'll be alright. I thought your teammate was Gareth.
Florian isn't.
10-second time penalty. Speeding in the pit lane. Not good, but I expect everyone on the medium tyres who haven't made a pit stop yet to be making their first mandatory.
Nope.
No.
This may have been a mistake.
Yep.
Maybe.
We'll see.
What are your tyres looking at, Sully?
Yeah, about 12%. Well, they're actually all over the place. 6% front left, 11% front right, 11% rear left, and 15% rear right. That could have been from a slight scrub with the wall early on when the tyres were cold.
Daniel, by the way.
You're going to have a 12% disadvantage on tyre wear. But it's not all over just yet. Jess promoted up to P10 as Scott now boxes.
Pete, can you just confirm with my pitting on whatever it was, lap 4, what's the undercut I'm going to gain on everyone that's now pitting under the safety car?
I can confirm, Gareth, that your undercut will be negative. You're more likely to lose. You're more likely to lose positions than you are to gain them.
Talking about undercuts, Dan made one, tried to make one. He lost 2 positions in the process. But P6 safety car stop still available.
Yeah,
so
all
it's
it
not
takes.
looking bad for him.
All it takes is for a safety car to come out at about lap 26, and he will be
26, 27.
Yeah, he will be in prime position.
Yep, absolutely.
Along with Jess, Bazza, Gareth, even with his horrendous car, which is probably still falling apart. And Michael as well will be still in the fight if the safety car comes out between lap 25 and lap 27.
Like the HRT from 2010.
This car feels like, you know, when the Ferraris got twatted by Verstappen and then Alonso got caught up in it. And it's just the side of his side pod was just an open hole. That's basically what I'm driving around with at the moment.
Ja,
at least the engine's stable in the humid weather.
Sorry, Yuri was just having a stroke there.
Yeah, it sounded like it, didn't it?
I don't know, he was speaking in tongues.
It's like that scene from Bruce Almighty where he's making Evan do the news story.
Yeah,
I do the cha-cha like a sissy girl.
However, because I do speak Dutch, I can translate for everyone. He says that I'm a shit cunt and I'm going to retire in the pit lane because I'm not good enough to be in Kia.
copy that.
I said you were a shit cunt. Yeah, true.
The safety car is too slow.
All right, Lewis.
Push it along.
Yeah, give it a little
tap it. Tap it.
To be fair, I got Kieran to do that last week when we were doing some practice for Vegas, and he didn't get disqualified. He just got a warning for hitting the safety car.
Which is understandable. I don't think Bert Mylander would appreciate just being scooped along. I'd also expect a warning.
Could you just get on with it so we can get racing? Or...
No, because Michael's still in Sector 1, and Gareth's only just catching up to the back of the pack. So I expect us to do one more lap.
Is Jacko lost second last?
I've been driving flat out.
No, Jacko is in P9. It's Gareth who's second last. Safety car in this lap.
Michael's put it in the wall.
Yeah, he has. Somehow.
At least I'm going to get the point.
You are indeed. You're going to get the point.
Not if I overtake you all.
So, waiting for the restart then. Sully will lead us away. He will get the stage point, giving him an extra point ahead of Michael. He'll be 6 points ahead of him. A lot of work to do as Michael won't be catching on to the pack. We go green, green, green once again. As Ben
Ben
Howard
was
looks
awake.
to make a move up the inside of Florian into turn 1. No dice there from the Englishman on the German. Sully holding on. He's going to have to make a decision though when it comes to making his first mandatory pit stop. He's going to have to try and break away and make some gaps as Gareth up the inside of Scott.
Outside.
I don't know, I wasn't on board, so does it really matter? But he's going to...
That's great commentary to just assume where I've got overtaken.
Yeah, but the nature of that
Could have
corner,
driven
I wouldn't
through him.
expect you to go... You could have done. It is Scott after all. But he's made an overtake as Dan now gets side by side with Mike in towards turn 8. No move made there from the Championship 5 protagonist. He just probably just wants to make it back-to-back wins, as Mike Kelterborn did in the regular season. We'll see what he can do. He's got the pace at the moment. But it's Sully from Florian, Ben, Yuri, Mike, Dan, Jake, Harry, Jacko and Bazza, your top 10. Jacko doesn't seem to have the pace. First driver to fall out of that 1 second window. He's got Bazza all over him. Bazza side by side with Jacko. And they run into the final chicane. Jacko late on the brakes, holds position. A little bit loosey-goosey as they head to the final corner. Bazza is going to have the outside as DRS is enabled. Not the perfect line there from Bazza. He might get under pressure from Jess. Bazza now trying to defend and attack at the same time. Jacko defends the inside into turn 1. Runs very deep. Makes his own line through turn 2. I wonder if he gets a warning for that. Gives the position to Bazza as they run side by side towards turn 4. Jacko, I believe, being strategical there. Letting Bazza through so he can get the benefit of DRS. But up ahead, Harry Collier and Jake Warrior side by side in towards turn 4. Harry up to P7, Jake down to P8. Both of them with the benefit of DRS from the drivers ahead, but with that little bit of squabbling, they might lose out come the next DRS straight. Dan still pressurising Mike Kelterborn. He's fallen away from the leading front 4. Sully still leads this race, even with the older tyres, but he's got Florian all over his gearbox. Expect a move from the German in the coming laps.
Expect a move from Ben.
Jacko's still trying to get back at Bazza, hasn't quite got the pace at the moment. And really falling off the back of the field. I'm quite sure what these two are doing, but...
Yeah, nearly 3 seconds from Bazza to Jake. You got to get yourself by Jess. She's fallen out of the DRS window of Bazza and Jacko. So another move expected from yourself, Gareth. Even with half a car, you're still doing a better job than Sergio Perez does with a full car.
Oh, it's like steering a ship. The amount of, like, it's through the high speed corners, as you can just see Jess takes 0.2 per second. Just the damage.
Yuri might get 4 in 1. He's looking at a move. He's looking at a move on Ben Howard though. He's going to be on the brakes. No, Ben Howard brakes extremely late, runs into the back of Sully, pushes him through the corner.
I thought so. I wondered what that was.
Yeah, contact between Ben and Sully as Florian takes the lead. Sully a little bit squirmish through turn 7, I believe. Through turn 8. As Ben now going for a lunge up the inside. Ben gets turned around. Yuri doing well to avoid any contact with a very loosey-goosey Ben Howard. Sully, I would defend the inside for that corner. I was expecting Ben to go for a lunge. Yuri trying to make the better line for the better exit. But we'll see what Ben can do. Will he lunge for the inside? He does. Late on the brakes. He's not going to get it stopped. He does just about. Sully going for a little bit of a switchback. Will he get shown the door? Just shown the wall. He will. They're both in the wall. Ben Howard squeezing Sully into the wall.
That was stupid of him. There's give and take, and then there's leaving no room.
But safety car deployed, Sully.
But fucking Jesus
I would box for front wing. Make sure you check.
Glad I'm still alive, if I'm honest.
Yeah, both of you are still alive. Ben Howard down at the back in 13th. Michael still yet to catch up to the back, but will have an opportunity here to get towards the front.
Yeah, I was just about to say, he's done this on purpose, just so Michael gets back in the race.
But Sully, you're going to be the only driver. Oh, Ben's going to box, probably because he's got no front wing.
That was naughty. That was very naughty.
Wait.
You have to leave a car's width. Did not leave a car's width.
Well, not according to Garrett, so.
But what does he know?
I'm sorry.
19 speed.
We're in a street track. It's different to Yuri swiping across on the circuit and then pinging someone off to Narnia.
Listen. I might have hit Michael with my rear tire on the rear of his front tire. I'll admit that. But at least he had a car's width to work with.
He did. He just didn't.
He didn't. He wasn't fully to the left side of the track. He had more space to the left. He could have gone there. He didn't.
Do you know what Bazza's? I imagine what Bazza's hit. When,
I think he hit. I think the walls come out.
You know that bit that sticks out that killed George Russell. That's the bit that I think he's driven into.
So you're trying to blame him now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to go around the outside or into that corner.
Of course. Well, if anyone can, it's Bazza.
So we have our second safety car of the race. Sully is only one position behind Michael at the moment. The freshest tyres of everyone besides Ben Harriet behind you. I expect there to be more fireworks between the three of you at the back. But as it stands, Sully, you are still seeing yourself through to the Championship 5. As it stands, Jess is only in P9. She needs to be up inside the top 5 or even podium position if she wants to see herself making it back-to-back Championship 5 appearances through the chase. But it's Florian who leads the way and Yuri in second. Go on, Yuri.
Yeah, what I was about to say, I know Florian's already through, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he's not. He's on the cusp. 7 points between him and
I'm not sure why
Mike
he's not taken... Why he's not got rid of his 10 second, because on lap 27, when he's going to make his final pit stop, that's going to hurt a lot.
It is, indeed. Maybe he still doesn't understand the rules about safety car pit stops, but even though I explained it to him in the chat a couple of weeks ago, I believe, at San Marino. But yeah, he's just got to make sure... Well, Mike's in a good position. He's currently third. If he wins this race, as you know, in the playoffs, a win is automatic promotion to the next round. And the next round being the Championship 5, we'll see Mike through and Florian missing out. Battle of the Germans to see who gets the final 2 spots through the playoffs. You're looking pretty comfortable at the moment. Even if you, as I said, 5 points is pretty much good enough for you at this stage. But I assume you'd want at least a podium out of this.
Well, I wouldn't mind a win. Wouldn't mind a win.
Yeah, it's been a while since you've had a win in the Kia Series, to be honest.
Shut up, Garrett. Damn.
Yeah, the last time he won, I think it was when he when he jumped in as at Zandvoort, wasn't it?
No, absolutely not. I won in Belgium this season.
And that was round 2, and that was his Joker.
Yes.
And that's how long it's been.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
Like a fake win.
I see.
Joker wins don't count.
I see.
What you got to do is you got to come from like 11th to the win in a lap and a half, or or
all of your wins were gifted, so shut up.
Win around Portimao.
But we're getting ready for the restart. Florian will lead the way, and let's hopefully survive for the next 12 laps, because that one we'll see the sprint to the end on the set of soft tyres. When will Florian go? Not the longest one down towards turn 1, so I don't expect him to get jumped. Just depends if Yuri can get the jump on him. As we go green once again here in Singapore. Excellent start from Dan Price. He's going to have the inside on Mike Kelterborn towards turn 1. And Mike on the brakes holds position with the cold tyres. I assume Dan just did not want to brake too early and cause a collision. He's got to watch out. He's got Jake behind him, giving him pressure. Yellow flag sector 1 for Who is
Jacko.
that for? Jacko?
No,
It's not.
Harrop. Surely,
Ah.
white car?
Yeah,
Is
it
it
is
Ben
Ben.
Harrop? Yeah,
No,
it
it's not
is.
Ben. No, it's Scott. It's Scott.
Oh,
Oh, we should have known that.
And Jess has gone from P9 down to P13. And Sully on that restart has
Hi,
already gone by
Gareth.
Michael. He's right on the back of Gareth. Will Gareth fight
Michael,
this?
no. Michael
Probably.
was behind me.
Was he?
I don't know what happened.
Oh. Fair enough. Because he was ahead of you before holding that
he
safety
was. I
car.
don't know
So
if he boxed again or
No,
just
I
for
don't
an
think he
extra
boxed.
lap on his tyres or what. But
because he would have lost position to Ben Harrop. But Gareth going extremely deep on the brakes.
no.
Sully gets through.
That's not the plan.
Gareth late on the brakes. Is there going to be contact? There's no
Shit.
contact between Gareth and Michael. Gareth trying to pull the speed teammate card out and just letting Sully's rival straight through. He's now got Ben Harrop on the outside of him. Ben going for the under and over. Was there contact there? That was very close.
No, not really. There's just not. I've got no turning. I have to brake so early of this damage.
So Gareth retired the car. Mike Kelterburn with a 3-second time penalty. He is not looking to win this race. Yuri, with the
I've
pace
lost my
at the
pressures.
moment. Oh no, Yuri's got no tyre pressures. Are they flat? On my screen, they don't look flat to me.
No,
So
Jeff,
keep the ball rolling.
Mark just told me that they don't have no data.
Wow, so
No pressures.
so just keep driving. You're doing all right at the moment.
whoa, Michael's just fucking pelted me off.
Done his job.
Well, that'll probably go to the stewards.
Yep.
I wasn't on board
So
with that.
they're using all of his remaining tokens for the final time.
Any damage, Sully?
No, I had to flick spin to avoid the wall.
I do think Michael has got either floor or because he is looking as loose as Kieran's mum on a Friday night at the moment. So
And a Saturday night. We've made this joke last.
Yeah, it's a running joke.
Well, at this stage, Sully, you're lucky because
Scott's bringing out another safety car.
I'm
Yeah,
not
it looks like
lucky.
it.
I was in fucking 8th or whatever it was.
no, but at
I know
this
it
current
keeps me
stage,
in, but I want to win.
you are 4 positions behind, and because you got pole position, you're going to beat him by a point, and you got the stage points, so you're going to beat him by 2 points. So, at the moment, it looks pretty good for yourself. Michael's got to get by Jacko and Jake, as Yuri, throwing away the race win, gets himself a 3-second time penalty. But you've got a 2.9 second gap to Mike, who's got a 3-second time penalty. So at the moment, with Florian's 10-second penalty for speeding in the pits, it's looking good for yourself.
It absolutely does, so I'm going to take him here.
To the inside goes the Dutchman, 2-time Kia Series champion. Florian's going to try and fight it back, but holds on to
Gareth getting
second
passed by Jess.
place. Jacko now making a move on Jake. Michael trying to get involved side by side between Jacko and Jake. Jake holds on to the position. Yellow flag set
looked up.
2. That will be Scott. So you guys are going to be
Cool.
coming up on him. So be very careful.
Right.
Sully now getting by Gareth.
Yep, gave him a little kiss on the rear for good measure.
Enjoyed that.
I bet
Okay.
you did. Go.
This feels very much like my first ever car was a beautiful 1992 Ford Fiesta. No power steering. And this basically feels like driving that at the moment.
But I bet it was one of the best cars you've ever driven.
Oh, honestly, it was great. This,
Did it my-
however, is not.
No, because
This
I
is
have the same
wildly
relation.
unfun.
Yeah, I've had the same relation with my first car. No power steering, just a very light shitbox with 60 horsepower, but the best driving experience I've ever had.
I'm not going to lie to you, Yuri. I don't know whether you've made a mistake on this lap, but leading, you're losing time to Mike behind.
It's fine.
Is it though?
Yes.
'Cause Mike seems to have picked up the
I've gained a
pace.
10th on this lap.
Oh, wow, 10th. I
Yeah.
hope you're proud of yourself. Considering
Well,
the
it's
gap.
gaining time, I'm not losing time, so I'm not sure
Well,
where he gets
you're
his
under
data
3
from, but-
seconds now.
No.
Well, it's now over, but it wasn't. You just
How
got to
many
watch out for
penalties does
Dan.
he have? Oh, never mind.
He's got a 3
Now it's going
second.
to be under. Now it's going to be under.
Yeah. Oh, yellow flag
Jacko in the wall.
2. Jacko is in the wall. That could be his championship.
At least he's not on a
over.
must-win.
Yeah. And he said he was going to win tonight as well.
No front wing.
Yeah,
Which might
he doesn't.
indicate why Jacko's in the wall.
So, make it nice
some
and,
front wing, but not a lot.
nice and easy here, Sully, as Yuri and Florian trying to swap for the lead. Yuri holding on.
Jay can't just fucking throw it down the inside when you've got half a front wing.
Well, luckily for you, Sully, you're still in this race. 2 positions behind Michael. So at the moment, you're doing a good enough job.
Extra underbody damage for good measure.
You'll be alright, because Michael's getting nowhere near the front 6 at the moment. And Ben's probably just going to be rear gunner. So just keep your nose clean for the next 11 laps. And you'll be good for a C5. As Gareth now gets by Jake. Jake's into the box. Probably for a wing change and a fresh set of boots. Probably a set of mediums to run him to the end of lap 27. And I can hear myself twice. Thank you, Leroy.
It's because you're crazy, mate.
I know. I even answer myself as well. It's great.
I don't know what setup Jess is running, but she's like, I mean, I know I've got floor damage, but she pulls like 0.4 of a second on every straight on me, so she's clearly not running. Like
yeah, but if you, I've noticed as well, when you've got either floor and or side pad damage, you get a hell of a lot more drag. So your straight line speed is going to be extremely shocking. Jacko into the pits. Soft tyres for him, as mentioned. Jake is on the mediums. Jacko probably hunting for a faster start, praying for a safety car to come out to bring him back into this. But it looks like Jacko's run in the playoffs is over. He'll be eliminated come the end of this race as it stands. He's got to win, and in P13, about 40-50 seconds off the lead. I don't think it's going to happen for the league owner. But Mike Kelterborn has got some pace. He's brought the gap down to the front 2. It's now a 3-way fight between the penalty boys up the front. Yuri for Florian, from Mike. All foreigners. Brexit means Brexit. Get them out of here. Go on, Dan. I'm booting for you.
Is anyone else's engine running very hot?
I wonder why yours is. Michael Okeke making positions. He might make 2. He's going to get Bazza as well. He's up to P5. Excellent work there from Michael with half a front wing. We'll see what Sully can do, because Ben Howe is going to be on the back of this. He's going to... Oh, Harry Colliker loses back end. That's P position for Ben Howe. He's up to P7. What can Sully do in the background? Will he be able to take advantage of the overheating tyres of Harry's car? Seems to have the better pace at this stage and managed to gain a lot of time of this little train of cars. But with the penalty for Bazza, it's going to help Sully more than anything. The outside line for Sully. The under and over, getting on the power nice and early. Benefit of the overtake mode.
No battery.
From Harry to defend. And Sully's just going to have to wait.
Slow in the corners.
Yeah, he's just going to have to wait for his opportunity down the DRS straight. Will he do it into turn 1? We'll leave him susceptible down towards turn 6. There's going to be a late lunge from Sully. He looks to the inside. Relative room given, but no position gained from the current chase leader. As it stands, you are still 4 points off. So you're going to win it by 2 points at this stage. Michael's got to gain at least 2 more positions. I'd say 3 more positions. So Michael hasn't won a race, and you have... How many this season, Sully?
Yep. I think.
And then it will go back to count back if you are...
No, I haven't. Have I?
I don't know.
I think so.
I think you have. Haven't you?
Probably wouldn't be in the chase.
Champion not winning a race? Wow.
Yeah, but wasn't it through the playoffs, him winning a race?
Where were we not last week, the week before?
San Marino. Were we not?
Last
Harry
week,
Collier in the wall with... He's very loosey-goosey and broken his front
2 weeks
wing.
ago was Australia, wasn't it?
No, that was one before.
I thought Australia was before the break, weren't
I
it?
definitely didn't win Imola. I don't think I've won a race this season.
Washed.
Not my
Won
champion.
one in the Cup, and that was it. That was all I was bothered about.
Either way, he's probably got more P2s than Michael. More podiums.
Just the one.
I think
One
that's
P2,
more than Michael.
2 podiums, I think.
Yeah, so if it goes back to count back, I think you're going to snatch it. But at the stage, Michael's going to have to get a move on if he wants to see himself into the Championship 5. We're heading to the closing stages of the first stage. 4 more laps to go before we see everyone
We're at the first
make
stage.
whatever. Second stage, end of second stage. What's the final stage? Oh, Sully with a little bit of Tokyo drift.
Just putting on a show.
Yeah. And still got DRS. But I think you can get Bazza. He's on 15 lap medium hard tyres. And you got Ben Howard up in front. Jake now gets a position on Harry. He makes a pit stop. It's a bit early to be making the second mandatory. But he will need to box again. Probably do a double stint of softs. Waiting for another safety car. But at the front, Yuri still manages to hang on. Plenty of battery in the locker for all 3 drivers at the front. And at this moment, Yuri, you will be winning the race by about 0.2 of a second. If it stays like this. Well, it changed. It's changing all the time, Yuri. Let's have a look at the leader. Oh, you're not going to win it at all. You'll be 0.2 shy.
Less.
There's 2.8 between you and Dan.
Yes.
I class that as 0.2.
Okay.
But you're doing very well to hang on.
Shit.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's one of my favourite sounds, not like that is.
That'll be a warning, I believe, then from Yuri.
No, just too much curb.
Oh.
But
Will
I think
he lose
Dan,
the lead,
sorry,
though?
Florian did kind of the same. So we're fine.
Yep. Nice and easy into turn 6. I think you're just going to sit back and wait. Who's going to jump first for the pit stops? I'd expect everyone to box at the end of lap 27. But if you go out one extra lap, the undercut's going to be extremely powerful, especially how long...
Oh, Ben
everyone's
Spurs
gonna be-
round on the inside.
Is that going to be a safety car?
Not
He is.
sure.
He's probably just giving himself rear wing damage as well. The yellow flag has been cleared. Jess is coming up to him. Ben is extremely loose. I think he has damaged his rear wing. Yeah, he's very loose through all these corners. He's really holding Jess up now. Oh, he nearly puts Jess into the wall. He's driving like a madman. Jess is through to P8. Sully into P6. 1 position separates you and Michael now. Will there be a receipt for Michael, or are you just going to let him have it?
No, I'm not that guy.
Not that guy.
Famous last
After
words.
the stream turns off, oh, and he starts shouting, and I should have taken him out. And
No, it's alright at the moment. As position stands...
He's just picked up a penalty as well.
Oh, that's a bit of a shame for him. You can
he
literally
wants to
just
get
stay...
fourth.
Loads of time. 3.8. As Ben Spurs now picks up a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
That's gone.
Yeah, gap to 4th. 3.8 seconds for yourself, Yuri. Looking good at the moment. And it looks like Mike... this is going to be very interesting. Because Florian has to serve his 10-second time penalty.
You twat, Sullivan. Oh.
That's me.
Helping the
Nice guy.
team out, I see.
No, genuinely, that's just...
I mean, I don't think it is, because Sully has made his safety car pit stop and
Yeah, I've
Michael
also got
hasn't.
slight wing damage now.
And
so-
Michael hasn't made a safety car pit stop. But I think we might go green flag running at the end of 27. Which means no one can box, because you need to do 1 green flag lap before making a pit stop when the safety car comes in. That could be your saving grace here.
Well, that makes
Sully?
strategy easy.
I expect Gareth to be... Is it worth boxing? Well, you got no front wing, so I'd say so.
Well, it depends on if we can stretch this to the end of 27.
You would need to do... Yeah, you would need to stay out one more lap. There is a huge gap
I think
to Scott. 1 minute 33 between Yuri and Scott. So we could stay out those extra laps. Sully is now in the box.
Changing the wings, sir. So I don't have to do it under the soft shootout.
Yeah, you're going to lose
2 positions. Jess and Barry.
Yeah, 2 positions. You come out in a nice, comfortable bit of clear air ahead of Jake. Why have you gone mediums?
So I can have the softs. I didn't know how many softs I've got.
You should have 2.
So I didn't want to risk it. Didn't want to risk it.
You should have 2.
Smart.
Because usually if you start on softs, you still get one more set of softs to go to.
Usually, Pete, you know what the game's like.
Usually, but it's F1, Pete. It's F1.
Yeah. Well, you've played it safe. You're going to have the freshest tyres of everyone inside the top 8. You got 18 lap old hards for Barry and Jess, 18 lap old hards for Dan, 14 lap old mediums for Michael, and 17 lap old tyres for Yuri, Mike, and Florian. This is going to hurt Florian as well. I don't think Florian's going to make it to the Championship 5 because the field's going to bunch up and he's going to have to serve that 10-second time penalty. He may regret speeding in the pit lane.
Pete, can we get a penalty rundown for those at home and also my benefit?
So, Yuri with 3 seconds, Mike Kelterborn with 3 seconds, Florian with 10,
Pete,
Michael
stop,
with
stop,
3,
stop, Pete, stop,
Bazza with 6, Scott
Oh,
with 6, and Ben Harrett with 10.
Good to know.
Oh no, Ben Harrett does not
Which
have
he's
10
now
seconds
served.
anymore. He's now served it.
Which should extend the safety car up another lap as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So we're gonna
one more lap.
We're all going to box on lap 30 then.
No, Michael can box.
Really?
Yeah,
He's still in the
made-
safety car pit stop?
he does indeed.
Oh, that is. So he can box this lap. No. It better come
And-
fucking, it better fucking come in. It better fucking come in.
It might come in. It depends what Gareth and Jacko do. If they can catch up, I doubt
It's
Ben
a
Harris.
bad day
gonna
to be in a
do- it's
white
gonna-
car, lads.
Yeah,
one more.
yeah. Look at the back of the grid.
I mean, I think the safety car is catching Scott, or is that Ben Harrett is catching?
That's
That is
bad,
Ben.
right? Yeah.
But if Ben thinks him staying out will
Ben
hold the
Harrett
safety car
will
back,
slow, won't he?
it won't matter because the safety car came in when Michael was in that section of the track. It all depends on Gareth, Jacko, and Scott.
If I stay in this position, which will be P8, and then Michael wins, he wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he gets 20 points.
He's
You would
in the-
need, yeah, you would need third place. You would need third place. But you could still get,
Fuck.
you could still get it. Florian's got to serve.
Mikey, no, Mikey, this is so not right.
I'm sure Michael is one of the only few drivers that's still got a safety car stop.
But he also has a report coming for him, so. Sorry, Michael.
Oh, and Jess also has a safety car stop as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, Ben's driving really slowly.
So at the moment, Sully, yeah, he is driving. Oh, he's gone for a spin.
Okay, Michael, safety car in, please. Thank you.
We'll wait for Jacko.
No, it's not coming in.
Gareth's
Not
lost the
coming in.
position.
No,
It's
I've
still-
let Jacko
what
go.
do you mean it's not
Went off
coming
track
in?
to let him go.
The three of you
Be
might
a late
still.
call.
It'll be a late call.
I
Won't be
know,
a late
right?
call.
I know, right?
Bazza and Jess have just swapped positions.
I don't know whether it'll be because Ben's so far behind. It will just say screw him and
Well, Baz is now creating a gap between
No,
himself
it's
and
not
Michael.
going to. It's going to do
So-
one more.
God damn it. 30
Yeah.
80
Never
boys,
know.
man.
He could get. Well, there's a few in the pitch. Bazza is in as well.
so you can. Is it this?
Yeah,
you can
Baz is.
fit, or you-
Yeah, it can end of this
And
lap. So
damn.
Baz, yeah, Baz.
Jesus.
Yeah, these are the drivers that have yet to make a mandatory
So
under.
Are you sure about that?
They're going to win.
I know Dan is, but
Michael is. Bazza is.
The thing is, they've now got to catch the safety car within this lap as well. So
that's going to be easy because it's not going to go fast enough.
Soft tyres for Dan, Bazza, Jess, Michael with a front wing change.
We're fucked.
He might not win this race, Michael. He's got some work to do. And with that 3-second time penalty, he might only come home with a podium at the rate of this. And Gareth, boxing as well. He has still had his mandatory. He could be a threat, just to give Michael a little punt.
Bear in mind that I lost 14 seconds to Jess after she overtook me in about 7 laps.
Yeah, but there's only 4 laps left.
Okay, so about 6 seconds then.
So at the moment, it's Dan who's net race leader from Bazza, Jess, Michael, and yourself, Gareth.
Who's P4 in the championship right now, actually?
Florian.
Okay, that's no problem then.
7 points ahead of Mike.
Yeah, okay. Cool. That's no issue.
So,
we're fine. She said about the race win, but we're fine.
So Florian's going to lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions. He might still scrape through. To be fair, safety car in at the end of this lap. Ben Howard will not be catching up to the field.
Well, if he's got rear wing damage, yeah, it's going to be.
Yeah. He angrily after spinning, reversed straight into a wall. So.
You the lead car, sir.
Yeah, and I'm going as fast as possible, so don't worry. But I'm just throttle locked at this point.
Yeah, no, I just mean for when you go, but...
Here we go then. 3 laps to go at the end of this. Who will be our final 3 drivers, seeing themselves in the Championship 5 next week? We're green once again. Look out for the 5 drivers at the back, all on fresh soft tyres. There's Mike defending from Florian. Florian's going to have the inside. Sully will have the outside. Will he get that position or will he get a penalty? He holds on to one position. And Florian down to 6th with that audacious move up the inside. That's not really going to benefit his cause, but he's only losing positions he would lose in his pit stop. So it's Yuri from Mike. Sully. Bazza already up to P7. He's got the jump on Dan, but Dan looks promising to win this race at this stage. Michael, with his 3-second time penalty, will be losing positions as I don't know whether cars are braking or braking boards are braking.
Lol. You're taking a piss, mate. Oh, sorry. Yeah, got it. Straight.
Whoa, Jake trying to go around the outside of Harry. And there's contact.
Cars everywhere.
Michael through. I believe there's no front wing on Bazza, and there's cars in the wall. That's Dan in the wall. He was on course to win this. No, Bazza was on course to win this, being stupidly audacious. So, Gareth, what do you do here? Do you snatch the win away from Michael? Oh, Michael's got.
I can't. Oh, he's got the time penalty, so...
He's got a 10-second time penalty that might get removed for a collision.
That will get removed, yeah, that will definitely get removed, but the...
if you stay within 3 seconds...
Anything I can right now.
Okay.
There's literally nothing I can do about Michael's pace with the damage I've got. He's already 2 seconds up the road, so even if I wanted to try and attack him, he's gone. So it's just a case of getting to the end.
Drama here in Jackocar. Michael Okeke will be looking to win this race. Jacko will get himself disqualified.
He's got 13 seconds of penalties.
Yes,
Michael?
but there was a Michael got a 10-second. Will probably get removed for a collision.
But then, pending Eddie Stewart's after his contact with Sullivan.
Yourself, yes.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You said you were going to reply.
Yeah. I thought you meant I gave him the 10 seconds. I was like,
no.
Didn't.
Jacko has let Michael through.
This would be Michael's first victory since season 1, possibly?
No, he's won later on. He won the race where you could have won, right? Where Kaya fucked you over. Was
No,
that
he
Jamie?
lost that. No, Jamie Griffiths took it on the final corner.
So Sully into the box. No disqualification here. Will Jacko box? He should do, or that will be a second disqualification for not even following his own rules.
He stayed on. He stayed out. So second disqualification, knowing that he's not going to make it.
No, Jacko's in the box.
No, Jacko bits.
Fastest lap for Michael Okeke. He will get an extra point. Yellow flag, sector 1. Is that for Ben Harrett? What is he doing? Oh, he's waiting for Michael to get through so that he can be rear gunner for no one.
It's not enough, is it? He's got fastest lap and the win.
Oh, that overcut worked fine, Sully. Jeez.
I had fresh mediums, didn't I?
Yeah, but I have fresh softs.
So let's have a look at these
Wow,
penalties. At the moment, you're going to get P5. Sully, I don't think
enough. It's still not enough.
Still not enough. No, I don't think so. Unless Gareth backs down.
For Ben Harrett.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gareth, are you still...
P2.
Yeah, if you get out of the way, that gives me enough. Maybe. Although he's got fastest lap, hasn't he?
No, not yet. Not for long.
Why would me getting out of the way?
Because Michael's going to win, and I'm not. He's going to get an extra 5 points. He's basically, I need an extra point.
Yeah, but get out of the way for who? For Jess?
For me.
For everyone.
You're not going to catch me.
No,
I'm
but...
P6.
He'll get P4.
I don't care.
You want me to drop down to P7?
Yeah, just get out of the way.
Yeah. Okay.
I love you and you're great, but fuck off.
Michael's going to win. That 10 seconds will surely be removed. Jess will probably think she's won. Incredible scenes here in Singapore. Dan will come home with a podium.
Whoa, fucking nearly took Mazza out. P4.
Sully will come home in P4.
That's enough.
Yuri steals away fastest lap from Michael. So if we do the maths, who got the lap? Oh, Yuri, you got the lap 27, no 26 stage point. I might have to go to Jackocar, but I'm going to try and calculate it now. If Michael takes home the win, he'll get 20 points. It'll be 16 for Jess, 15 for third, 13, 7 points. I think he's going to snatch it by one singular point.
7.
You had
4,
6.
I had pole 5. Oh!
It looks like Sully's going to miss out by one
beat me because he
singular point. But there could be stewards' interventions coming into.
I should have pitted a lap earlier and got fastest lap.
Oh my God, Leicester City are beating West Ham. I'm saying apologies to my missus because she's a West Ham fan. Jamie Vardy scoring in the second minute.
Damn, what's not wrong with her?
Fuck off.
I mean, she likes you.
Suck a dick. But Jess has, at this stage, taken victory ahead of Michael from Dan, from Sully, from Gareth, from Yuri. But by a singular point, it looks like Michael is going to be seeing himself to the Championship 5. We'll see what Stewards' decision come out. If there will be one, it needs to be more than 5 seconds if Michael's going to lose the win to Jess. But then, actually, I don't think Jess will go through anyway either, because of the extra points you accumulated yourself, Sully, with pole position and the stage 1 win. Keep an eye out on the Jackocar 2 Twitter to find the final results, because even I couldn't tell you who's going through the Championship 5. All I know that Yuri is through, Ben is through, Dan is through. I should have checked to see if Florian was through, but we wanted to see who was going to win the chase, because that was the more important position, fighting out, as it was a lot closer, and plenty of protagonists fighting for that one and only spot and chase champion rights for the Super Speedway. Thank you all for watching. Next week, for the final time in the Kia Series, we'll be heading to the Super Speedway, Will Gareth Hall be there? I hope so.
Yeah, why not? I'll stream.
You'll
I
stream?
suppose. I probably should.
Be a good idea. I assume you're going to have some graphics and some clips or whatever
Oh, it's a bold
in the
assumption
locker.
that I care that much.
Well, you used to care that much, but now you have a different priority. So
Exactly.
He does, but
I'm not quite sure I have the time to do the stats of how many yellow flags we've been brought out this season. Because trust me, the answer would be too fucking many.
that's good enough for me. But yeah, hopefully Gareth will be leading us for the final time in the Kia Series. Season 8, Championship 5 at the Super Speedway. 5 drivers will be battling out to be crowned Jackocar champion. We're looking at, will Yuri make it 3-time champion, or will we find ourselves a new champion? Find out next week. Thank you all for tuning in. Goodbye.
see ya, bastards.